Hello everyone, Ogo Emmanuel is my name. If you are new in this channel, you are highly welcome. And a special thanks to all my returning subscribers and my esteemed viewers as well. In today's video titled, The 5 Things that May Buy an Igbo Man, we're going to look at those 5 things in this video. Do not be in a hurry. Just cool down and watch after this intro. Let's start. A beautiful woman or a beautiful woman. Someone once said that the fear of women is the beginning of wisdom. For some men whose trade in stock in life, is to go for or be interested in someone else's wife, which if you ask me, I think that is the surest way or the fastest way to the graveyard. That is for a young man to be interested in someone's wife. An American philosopher once said that he could defeat anything except temptation. A lot of guys, a lot of Igbo guys, most of these young guys, they don't even care where they are trading. They don't care whose horse is God. But to me sometimes, I wonder what men could be up to if they could not be able to defeat temptation. Yes. So many people in the Bible, especially the famous and the most powerful of them all, have been held captive by the beauty of a woman or beauty of women, beauty of some women. A lot of we Igbo men are guilty of that. Let the truth be told. Even if it is at least for once. I also know that a lot of world leaders, politicians, captains of industries, have suddenly, at one time or the other, changed the initial statement or some part of the press briefings or interviews they once made or granted to the press just yesterday, because their beautiful wives or a woman was not okay with some part of that interview made by their man. As soon as the man gets home, the woman will go begin holler. Why did you use that word? Why did you use that sentence? Why did you use that clause? No, you better go correct whatever that bullshit that thing you just spoke there. Go and correct it. Or you go and tell them, let them know that you are not the one that said that particular thing. Maybe just tell them anything. Maybe it's from it's a handwork of your political enemies. You will see the Momo man. The next day that he will have an encounter with the press, he will claim that what he said yesterday was misinterpreted, out of the script or whatever. So, the man is just doing what he did because he was looking at the face of this beautiful woman by his side, probably at home. So beautiful women have brought a lot of men. They have brought a lot of good men from their political heights, business positions of authorities, political offices. Some have even brought down a lot of enterprising young men down. So some have even divorced their wives, neglected their families. You know, many divorce cases here and there, just because of the emergence of a new beautiful woman, because of there is a beautiful woman in the picture. Before you know it, the one that was in the house will begin to suffer. She'll begin to suffer neglect. You know, in the process, they will throw caution to the wind. Many men, it's not, this, what I'm saying is not only about Igbo men, no, but I am focusing and I'm pointing at that side because I want the Igbo men, some Igbo men that used to indulge in this kind of attitude to stop. That is the reason that I'm calling on them. Please, they should stop. A lot of our people have been sent to their early graves by beautiful women in one way or the other that we may not even understand. You might even start pointing at a different angle, but you will not even know that it's because of that woman that he thinks that he cannot do without. Is the cause of the problem. You know, so many have lost untold amounts of money, resources, valuables, just to appease a beautiful woman. You know, women now, they are very good at taking care of their women. Some will even go the extra miles to prove it. So a man that does not have any self-control is duty bound to be buyed by a beautiful woman. I hope you know what I mean by buying, because I can't use the word directly due to these social media restrictions. So, but do not forget, not all that glitters are gold. We have to be very careful when we are in the presence of a beautiful woman, so we will not find ourselves in a very bad situation, so that we will not fall. We have to learn how to control ourselves before beautiful women. So the second thing that can buy an Igbo man is, do you know what it is? I'm sure you do. So the second thing is the love of money. In this video, I am not saying that money is not good, because you need it. You need it in your life. You need it in everything that you are doing. It is a kind of support, you know. So, but if the love of money is too much, that it exceeds the bounds of reasoning, I hope you know what I mean by that. If you love it so much that that you throw your senses to God knows where, I will guarantee you that a lot of things could go wrong in life. So this inordinate search for this worldly wealth has turned a lot of, especially Igbo people, especially our people, it has turned many of us into monsters of many heads or kinds. You know, everybody will complain that Igbo people, they love money, they do this, they do that. I know. We are what we are because of our interests in trying to meet up with tens and times. I don't think it's a bad idea. But when we begin to cultivate this habit of overindulging or over-loving of something, most of the times the end result doesn't sound so good. Even sometimes I do wonder what human beings could have done without rubbing one coin against another. I don't know if it is possible for one to live without money. Yes, but too much of everything is very bad, and is putting us in a lot of, it's making our hands to be in a lot of mischievous pies. You know, I know that without money, the road to life will be filled with thorns, stress, roadblocks, troubles of unimaginable proportions. I know. So without money, you can't even maintain the love of your life. That beautiful woman, before you know it, somebody can twist you and collect the woman from you. You know, people always have this disdain for you. They will call your bluff, look down on you, treat you with no respect, and like nobody. Even in your own family, if you don't have money, you are just an invalid. You are just an invalid number. If you can't rub any nickel or any kobo together, especially my brother, my sister in Igbo land, it is very easy in many families. Yes, it's very easy in many families to even convert the birthright of the middle or the last son of the family to be the first son of the family, because the unfortunate and the so-called firstborn cannot financially make anything happen, because the first son is not worthy, is not financially okay. So because he was not favored by any fortune, the first son will be taken as nobody. He will not even be informed about a lot of things that has been going on in the family, because what they will say, even if you inform him, what will he do? What does he have? So in many families, it's no longer news that the right of the first son to make family decisions without recognizing the authority of the richest one amongst them is no longer in vogue. Even the family can decide to call a kind of general meeting for the family, or this sometimes some families do undergo this family deliverance, etc. They will not even inform the first son. They will not inform him that there was this kind of plan in the offing. They will not let him know, which is not good. I know all the Igbo men or women watching me will attest to this. If you don't have money, you'll be treated like nobody. Nobody knows you. Nobody knows your name. Who cares anyway? So this kind of lifestyles, there are things that are capable of making some feeble-minded people to take a kind of a life-threatening risks of any kind just to make it. They will start looking for a way anyhow just to make it. I know it's not that I'm not trying to bring our race down, but I'm telling you what is going on amongst us. So anyhow, just by fair or foul means, the person that you push to the wall because you think that he has no money might decide to go haywire tomorrow to do irrational things, just to make it, just to stamp the authority of his presence in the family and community. This thing that I'm saying has created a lot of problems in many families, in our communities. So because of the love of money, family positions can be, can presently be swapped in favor of the richest. Yes. So it's no longer the issue of the firstborn. After all, I got buffalo, firstborn, I buffalo. I got buffalo. So nobody wants to know what the tradition says or how the tradition looks at certain things in Igbo land today. A lot of things needed to be repaired. They needed to be brought back in our system. So this kind of thing could cause something like jealousy, envy, and many other vices capable of triggering evil in the mind of some family members. Before you know what is going on, before you know what is happening, your life may likely be in danger. Because some people will look at it as a kind of a challenge to their manhood. They will see it as a kind of challenge. So the third one is the fear of God. If a man does not have the fear of God, such a man is a potential risk. The life of such a man is like one sitting on a keg of gunpowder. You don't have to invest your trust on him, and it is a kind of disaster waiting to happen. His conscience will not work properly. He doesn't know the meaning, and he is prone to its abuse. So the lack of money has made a lot of living men dead, and surplus of it has brought a lot of dead men alive. Yeah. So, due to the fact that a lot of us doesn't fear God anymore, their consciences cannot even remind them that there is something like God. Some people used to shout that there is God, oh, there is God, oh. I think that is not part of part of many people's mantra. So if not, how can you tell me that if there is God, that a wife of a man with no money, I mean, let me explain this with Igbo language. Kedu ka ị ga-esi gwa m na a man or a woman na-enweghị any fear of God nwere ike iji because of na aka adịghị nke nwoke ọnya wee na-egbute nwụzi ihe a na-eri na family o ruo n'ụtụtụ ọchị ịga ahịa o were ọgwa nke nwoke si ya na apụ agụkwa ahịa na ya nekwa garị ọwụ na oge nne ruo na garị dị n'elu cupboard ọ na-erikwa garị ahụ ọchị ikwu ofe ya jikwa nwayọ na ego eji azụ ihe ofe garazikwara ọnụ these days. It's the woman's husband though that she was talking to. Ya jikwa nwayọ na ofe. So this lack of the fear of God, because there was no money or the man was no longer acting as he used to do in the past, all of a sudden the wife has started issuing mandamus to the man to be very careful about scooping the soup. You know, telling him that when it's time for afternoon lunch, for those who do not understand Igbo, that he should prepare that garri that is on top of the cupboard, and that he should also take it easy with the soup because of the high cost of soup ingredients nowadays. Some wives, some of our madams, there is God, oh, there is God. So what about the family side? Nobody will respect you. Even in the church, that place where you go worship, you are only seen as an invalid and nobody. Because your contribution there, your financial contributions there are no longer making any sense or much sense. You will even be scared of yourself because of what is happening around you or what you are seeing. Sometimes you will even be scared of putting your foot on the ground. You could not even be able to march freely. You'll be scared maybe that this thing you are marching on someone might come now and hold you by the juggle that you should pay for marching on the ground because you have nothing to offer. So you'll be scared even to march on the ground that everybody does. You cannot be able to do that. So with some of these things, why would man not like to take anyhow risk? They will even forget that there is God. They will just indulge in any kind of risk just to show that he has arrived. And even sometimes take the life of another, if possible, just to make it. We have to do something. We have to stop embracing this kind of mentality. It's not good, and it's not helping us as one people. The fourth one is greed. One other quality that has no mercy for man is greed. Although a friend once told me that all men are Oliver Twisted, that they always want some more. The Igbo will say, Akuwe Juafo. Means that the wealth of this world is insatiable. Greed has led a lot of our men to their early graves. The word greed has caused some men or even brothers to corner the proceeds of the joint business they contributed to invest together. One or two brothers can come together, decide to invest somewhere. Then when the proceeds start coming, or when the dividends of that business start coming, the other one will try to kill the career of his partner so that he will corner the whole of the proceeds or the whole of the profit in that business. I wonder what that is called if it is not greed with capital letter. So you try to corner his brother or his friend's proceeds from that joint business they contributed together to fund. He will try to waylay whatever that comes out of it. So this greed has led a lot of persons to commit all manner of atrocities like murder, taking over of their brothers, friends, wives, or properties because of greed. A lot of men has joined their ancestors for taking a very dangerous risk so as to prove that it is better or higher than everyone around, than any of his brothers. Greed has let some men go take what does not belong to them. Some are into armed robbery just to prove a stupid and inordinate point in their families and communities because of greed. You start doing what is not part of you. It is not good. This should not be synonymous with us. We have to drop things like this. This greed has made a lot of those in the government to forget that their journey to the government house was facilitated by the people who voted for them. Yeah. Rather, they will go there, pack all the money, pack all the goodies, meant for the people they are representing, and all of it inside their own private bags or bank accounts. After, they will come start making a lot of empty promises again. You will not even ask, what about the one we voted? What about the last government, the last regime? What did you do for us? You will see a lot of people stupidly, they will go and vote for the same person again. This is about the politicians. What about those who literally claims they work in Lord's vineyard? Like your so-called God of men, men of God. They usually design all manner of ways of collecting money from people. Some they will call tithing, they will collect everything, all kinds of church offerings that is out of this world. They will persuade you to drop every coin at your disposal before you leave their church or their ministries, which at the end of the day will become an opportunity for them to use it, do their personal businesses, invest in many other places, instead of using those monies to take care of all those sheep under their care. But sometimes it's not the fault of these GOs or the men of God, though. It's not their fault, though. It's the fault, if you ask me, it's the fault of some people who refuse to make use of their upstairs. Yeah. So greed has sent a lot of men to their early graves just to show they can. Greed is not good for our lives. It's not good for our race. It's not good. It's affecting everything about us. So the fifth and the final one is the kinsman, Omonade. Omonade sirike. Omonade o machine. So the word kinsman in Igbo land is referred to as Ndi Ikwu. Omonade. Ndebekane. Some do call them Nadi. So the kinsmen of an Igbo man is the male relatives of his either direct or indirect ones. They are the set of people who first knew. They first knew you even before you knew yourself. They know so many of your histories, how you were born, when, where. They knew about your parents, your family, their own history, and their little secrets too. Omonade, I don't know how to describe them. I don't know the kind of adjective that I will use to describe them. These people are part of your background. You can't do without them. They are very strong, but they are not stronger than God. That is one thing good about them, or about that. They are part of your background. They can decide to protect you if they are cool with you, and can as well constitute a nuisance or form a clog to the wheel of your progress. You know, ana agbara rough tackle, ana okoye na aga ana akoya akwụkwọ like this ka ama ma ka ada. So they are the last people that can defend you when the chips are down, if they're okay with you, and can as well sell you as low as nothing. If you fall into the wrong side of their hands, it's only God that will save you. So they are what the Igbo refers to as Omonadi. They say that Omonadi wajotele ade fuhanike, which means that the anus hair cannot be plucked in a hurry. You know, meaning that you should always take it easy with them, you know, because you can't fight them. And that's the only thing you will do to save yourself against them is to develop a thick skin for them. That's the only thing you can do. And you know, so whenever they stand by you, other people will respect and have regards for you. So you have to trade with them, trade cautiously with them. You have to open your eyes and know what you are doing, and at the same time be wise. If not, some of them can decide to make you a project that should be brought down by fair or foul means. You know, ask a lot of guys around, you know. So if you fall into the wrong hand, another name synonymous with the name kinsman sometimes can be obstacle, problem, wahala. You know, so many. So in fact, it is usually said in Igbo that if kinsmen did not harm you, no bullet can. Onye ụmụnna dị egbu gị n'elu ụwa na egbe agaghị atụ ya. Mgbọ enweghị ike imetụ onye ahụ. So if you wish to live long in this land of the living, do not run away from your kinsmen, but follow them from a reasonable distance. Yeah. Even all these kid and napping people, they can only succeed if they are not into partnership with one of the Omonadis, with one of the kinsmen, you know, or the other against you or your career. Because they can always use the kinsman, a kinsman of yours or two, to penetrate your defenses. So finally, these are not the only things that has the capacity to send Igbo men to their early graves. There are many more. We just serve you this for now. Please, as always, let me know from the comment section what you think about this video. Please do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Click like on my Facebook page. Ring the notification bell, and do not forget to share. Share this video to friends, relatives, you know, even to your enemies. You might save lives. It will help in the next viewing of this channel. It will help the algorithm of this channel. Please let us meet in my next video. Bye bye.